It's about death. What dies and what doesn't. So death, unfortunately, to this side of the world, it's something scary, something people like they don't want to know about it, and they have many taboos. And in the other side of the world, it's something that they wished. Ever since they're born, that's what they tell them. You have to live because you have to die with honor. And they just grow up knowing that that's what they came for. So it's really interesting to see both sides.
In Colombia, it's like that to me.
Oh no, in Colombia, everybody's scared of dying.
Okay.
You want to preserve yourself alive forever.
And what about
Only in some Asiatical countries, it seems that way.
Yeah, they see that.
and what about Mexico? Because Mexico maybe is more
No.
since they have the Day of the Dead.
North America, South America, no.
Okay.
Yeah, it's only in the Asian part that they have this belief.
So they make parties when people die.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. In some cultures, they can make a party of it, and it's really nice. Actually, I had a friend in China, and it was really funny because somebody very close to her died. So when she was at the funeral, obviously she cried. But 2 hours later, they had a dinner in honor of the person who left, and everybody was dressed up. They were happy. They were dancing. I'm like, oh my God. I mean, what's this? And they're like, no, it's that she already left, but we're not. She's here, and she's here with us, so she has to be happy. Okay, but it's interesting. So, but death and being born, it's a cycle. So everything is just a continuous cycle. Yeah. So we die and come back and forth all the time. Okay. Well, fortunately, we don't recall it. We don't remember. Okay. We hardly remember what we did 2 months ago. I mean, if you could remember exactly at this time 2 months ago, where were you? What were you doing? It's kind of hard. What did you do the whole day? Even worse. So to remember something that it was from a past life, it's harder. But anyways, kids, the babies, for example, they could remember it. Okay. And the toddlers could remember it. So when we're really small, we could remember the past life. Okay, but then we begin growing and we forget about it. But it's something that we remember. If you want to do it consciously, then in an astral travel, you could do it. Okay, so you could go back in time and remember. Okay. And there is always a purpose. There's always a purpose of being. Okay. So we always come with a purpose. Some people may just come for the purpose of having that kid and taking care of it. Other people come with a bad purpose. I mean, we wouldn't believe it, but we see nowadays, and people are upset about the government, but they came because of something, and it happens because that's how it's supposed to be. Okay, so that's their purpose in life. So there's always a purpose of being. The hard thing of that purpose of being is to discover it. So sometimes we begin our path, but all of a sudden, something makes us go on. So we just don't get to that purpose. Okay. So we'll continue coming for more than 108 times. So that's a lot.
Yeah, me or why 108?
The Indian culture with Buddha, he calls it 108 lives or more. Okay, so
That's the minimum.
Yeah, that's the minimum.
Okay.
So, and we go through a process. So, they are the souls that are naive. They have never been to this world before. Okay, and there are 7 rays. So, we have like the ray of love, the I don't know them in English though.
Español.
Te ayudamos.
Ayudamos a traducir.
Well, yeah, to be the judge and things like that.
Yeah.
There's another one of medicine. There's another one of art. And other three that I don't remember. But anyways, when the soul comes out for the first time to come to planet Earth, it comes out through one of them, okay? And let's say, well, this one came out through medicine. Well, those 108 times, he's going to be always liking everything that's about medicine, okay? The one that came out by art, well, he likes music, he likes painting and everything that is art. Okay, there's a lower one of war, police, army, so they come out through another ray. Okay, so they'll just continue coming back and
What did you call the seven?
7 rays.
7?
Rays.
Brothers.
Ah, yeah, right.
7 rays. So when it comes, it will go first through the mineral kingdom, vegetable, animal, and the human kingdom. Okay. Here it's like indefinite how many years it will be there, but a lot. Why is it there? Because it must learn everything about minerals. Then it will learn everything about vegetables. Then it will learn about everything about animals. And then it will be human. That's why Indians know how to cure themselves when they get sick. And they just know what plant to get and where did they study medicine. They just know it. Because since their conscious is not so trapped as we are in this everyday stress, they could recall better their lives before. So they still have that memory of what things are for. Okay. So there we just get all of, so inside every human being, we have all that intelligence inside us. Okay, so we know all of that. We know a lot of things about the mineral things, vegetables, animal stuff, how to defend ourselves, how to jump. That's why when there's like a tsunami, people say, I don't know how, but I got up on that tree and it was really big. It just unconsciously remembered its animal time and it went up. If it hadn't been because of that, I don't, you don't know. But consciously, like to do it now, you'd be like, I don't know, I can't. So it's in our instinct. Okay.
And once you come into Earth, you stay in Earth?
Yeah.
So you reincarnate in Earth?
In
Yeah.
planet Earth.
Okay.
Because that's what you were telling me about your friend that became a whale
Yeah.
just before.
Not the same.
No, but yeah, because maybe she went back to a life
Maybe.
where she was a whale.
Maybe it's
Maybe.
possible.
Okay. So there, being a human, as we had said, will be there at least 800
As a
308
human.
times, coming back and forth. Okay. So just dying and being born, dying and being born. Okay. And the purpose of
Fair
it
amount
is
of
for
life.
us to learn. Okay. In any of the kingdoms, it's just a learning process. So at the end, planet Earth is a school. Okay.
So if you reached a human level like us in this case, right, can you go down back to animal or mineral?
Yeah, you do. We have soon, I think it's like conference number 7, where we see all about the kingdoms now.
Which conference is this one?
This is number 2.
Okay, cool. I'm going on.
So it depends on how you act, I suppose, during your life. if you go back or not, or if you one way or another. No?
Mhm.
And it's not a positive thing to go back to be an animal.
No.
Maybe it
Oh.
means that you have to learn again.
I don't know.
Well, in that conference, we'll see it,
Yeah,
because you do go back.
you do go back.
Yeah, but it has a point, then it'll come back, but, well, that's, because this one, then it'll take longer. So we have to like divide it, so in another one, we'll see what happens
So it really
inside those
does
panels.
take long.
Okay.
In between it's a 108 life and going back. Talking about really long
Mhm.
time.
Yeah.
Because if you go back as a stone and you see as a stone for
Well,
3,000 years or 1,000 years.
Yeah, how can you pass to another life if you're a mineral? Because like, I mean, if you're a stone, yeah, like how does a stone die?
Everything comes back and forth.
yeah,
Everything disappears or transforms into something else, but it would just.
so you could be a rock
But
for
then in the
10,000 years.
Imagine how long a rock
Huh?
takes.
But the little
So we're saying,
fossils
so
that
every
we found,
rock
so
you
they
see,
live
it
there
has supposed to have
like
a
for
soul.
It has a
lives
soul.
forever.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't, it's not like being a stone, it's more the energy that's probably going through the stone. Because it's through stones, you can be a stone for 107 years, basically.
Mhm.
And that's our logic to put up in our logic, no?
Okay.
Really calculating with the numbers and,
Mhm. So, when people die, well, actually what dies is the physical body. But in that dying process, people stay 3 days in a state of catalepsia, where you're not dead, but you're not alive. Okay?
The limbo.
Yeah, actually, you're just there. Okay, but your heart is still working, your lungs are still gonna work, but if you're at the hospital, clinically, they will say that you're dead, but you're not dead. That's why many years ago, when they used to bury people, they used to say that when they opened them, the body was upside down, or that they looked scary because it seemed like they were screaming, or where they were placed, it was scratched, because they would come back, and it was during those 3 days that.
I think
You're
in
there.
Ireland it's a tradition that you have to leave the coffin open for 3 days in the house.
Yeah, with the
In
family
France,
visiting, I was thinking, not in France, but I remember my,
right, years, a day after.
yeah,
Years, the person died a day after.
us it's
In
still like
France,
2
it
days
takes
longer.
longer, huh? It takes longer.
But it's more about
How do you
administration.
stay 3 days in what? How did you call it?
In Spanish, it's called catalepsia. So during those 3 days, the soul is going to be in a judgment, okay, in trial. So as soon as it dies, well, physically dies, the first 5 minutes, it's going to see the whole life. Okay, so it's like watching a movie. So it's like to remind you all that you did since you were born till the moment you die, or backwards. Okay. So that's what's gonna happen the first 5 minutes. 24 hours later, the person goes to another judgment. So they go, and what they're going to check is their ego. So they'll be like, how many? And its weight.
How much
So,
ego?
yeah, so everybody has, everybody's impatient, saying lies, being lazy. Well, we have a lot, right? So they count them, like, let's see how many does this person have, and they weigh them, because we're all lazy, but some are lazier than others. So that one weighs more than others.
It's like the 7 deadly sins, not the sins we saw in
It
postcards.
was, yeah, it reminds me of that a little bit, the judgment stuff.
Yesterday we were in a Prado, we went to see the El Bosco. And there is this table with this, so the judgment, when you die, there is a death, the judgment, And actually it goes or to the paradise or to the.
Oh, cool.
And then there's the 7 sins, you know, like laziness,
Uh-huh.
anger,
Vanidad.
lust, the
Yeah,
opposite.
yes.
Yeah.
It was cool.
Oh, great. And where's that?
It's
Prado?
in Prado.
The museum?
Yeah, it's El Bosco.
Jerome Bosch is cool.
He's a painter, it's
amazing.
really, really.
I think you would like it probably.
Yeah. Yeah,
Because
there's
it's,
a lot of
it's all about
connection.
these things, you know, it's very spiritual.
I actually think he was doing astral travel all the time. There's no way you could paint what he's painting if he was on someplace else on Earth.
I'll go check.
So in the first 5 minutes, your life is judged, or you just see it yourself?
No,
You
you
see
see
it
it
yourself, so you know, so it just reminds you like what you did.
All the things you've done.
Uh-huh,
And then 24
yeah,
hours later, your ego is judged.
yeah. So they will see how much ego do you have, how much does it weigh.
And between the 5 minutes and the 24 hours?
People's soul is just around. That's why they say that they feel that the person came or something fell or they felt something really cold. It's still around.
Okay.
So it stays there.
Yeah, me had a personal experience. Like when my grandma, when she died, she came to see me at night. Sleep. As I was a dream, but
What happened?
nothing. She was sleeping like that, and she was at like at my feet, and she said bye.
Same for me, when my grandma died, I was really sad, and I felt like when I was to bed, like somebody was doing that on my legs, like no reassuring. And ever since like I ever like had nightmares, I always feel that like really reassuring. It's not scary at all.
That's crazy.
But like I really feel it, but not scary. Like
No,
Because
he was
you know
nice.
who it
He was
is,
nice,
so
yeah.
that's why.
yeah, I know.
And who is judging? Or what?
Yeah, true.
Well, in all cultures, they always
Anubis.
have who, but Egyptian culture that we took all this information is like taken out from the Book of the Dead of the Egyptian culture.
Okay.
So
What about
it's
the-
all about Egyptian, like how Egyptian perceive death.
Uh-huh.
And does it have similarities with the Tibetan Book of the Dead?
Yep.
I
Yeah.
believe. Yeah, must have some.
Mhm.
And then is Anubis like, let's say, nice, or is he really like, I don't know how to say, but you see what I mean, Clément?
Yeah.
How would you say Clément?
Oh, he's like
Is he really strict?
Perdona.
Does he forget?
It's an
Yeah.
interesting book to read, I guess, the book of the Egyptian Book of the Dead, right?
Mhm. Well, it's like here in real life when you go to trial and you have a judge, well, he looks like, but he's actually doing what he's supposed to.
So he's really just objective, right?
Yeah.
But then what is wrong? Because like nobody weighs his ego here. So what is wrong? How, you see what I mean?
Yeah, how do you know how much you have of ego, right?
And how do you know if it's okay? Because we all have our sins. Like for example, I would know I'm lazy from time to time, but is that okay?
We'll see it later.
Yeah, let's keep going.
So 48 hours later, they will count the good things we did and the bad things. And the weight of each thing. Okay. So, for example, one day you're outside and you see somebody and he's asking for money and you really feel sorry for that person, so you give them a coin. Okay, well, that counts. But the weight is different because it's like they weight your heart with how much love you gave it to that person. Another thing is that another day, the person is going out with someone and they just want to look nice for the other, and they want the other to fall in love with them, want to show that I'm nice, so he gives the coin. So it doesn't, okay, that counts. I mean, you did something good, but the weight is in your heart, so it weighs different. So that's why everything you do.
Every single things, like even little things would be like
Everything
counts.
counts.
Everything is in the
Like
balance. Yeah.
stopping your car to let somebody cross, for example.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you do bad things, it's the same. If you
Will
are
be-
kind of forced to do them by lots of things, they're gonna weigh
Somehow
less.
be your karma, right? A bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah,
Uh-huh.
they count everything, and they weigh
It puts
everything.
pressure on your life and
No,
how aware you have to be on every single thing that
Yeah,
you're
but then
doing.
it might be hard, to feel it with your heart. Like maybe next time you're gonna give a coin, you're just gonna think, okay, so it weighs, so I need to give it with my heart. You see what I mean? Now that you know.
Yeah, maybe I know what you mean.
it's you
True.
become interested. But okay.
Maybe you need to forget for it to be pure again.
So from here,
Clean heart.
they will like add up everything or take away. So that's be karma and dharma. From there, they will be like, okay, they have like a complete decision about you. So they already said how much evil, how much good things, how many bad things. So they have the whole idea of what the person did with their life. Okay, so from there, they'll check, well, let's see this person in what life he's in. So let's say, oh, he's in life number 106. Okay, so he has another life. Okay, so this guy is gonna go back to planet Earth one day. So he has another life. So with the information they have, they'll decide about his karma for the next life or his dharma. So that's where we see that some people, well, babies are born with a strange disease. Okay, or they can't walk, or they're very lucky and they're born in a very good home. So it depends on everything that they saw here.
So we live our karma right now
Yeah,
from our past lives.
And dharma is
but
that
it's the
thing?
positive part, and the karma is the negative thing.
Okay, so karma is negative and dharma.
It's positive. So a person may have a store where they have a lot of customers. And all they do is just sell it to another person. But it's the same store with the same name, the same things, but all of a sudden, people stop going there. It's because that person has karma, so he will just, yeah. But he's just gonna have to close in 3 months and, oh, I don't know what happened, but nothing works for me. But it's because of that.
But then does it mean that you're entitled during all your lives to like bad karma or good karma?
No, because you keep changing and,
Yeah, you can
And
always
you start
work on
growing
your
up,
karma and dharma,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, some people are born in perfect places with money and stuff and they ruin everything. And some people are born in the middle of the worst thing and they come out really good.
Sure.
But maybe could it also be because someone's very good, they put them in the middle of warfare for them to bring the goodness to others. I don't know. Well, it's very complicated. I guess.
yeah, it is. It still has a purpose of being anyway. So, okay. So there they decide that, okay, he could go back, he has more life, they'll check his karma and dharma, and according to that, they'll decide also the person's personality. So let's say that here they discover that, oh, he did a lot of bullying. And he was always laughing at fat people, for example. Okay, for this life, you're gonna be pretty fat. So the soul will learn of how does it feel. Yeah, and the law of what you give is what you get. So everything is police.
What goes around comes back around.
Okay. So after everything is decided, or, well, yeah, after everything is decided here, they go to the person's conscious, well, let's say, Indian culture, they call it their divine mother. So let's say they'll go to that person's conscious, that is who takes care of
After
each
choosing
soul.
their life.
Yeah, and they tell his or her divine mother the judge decision. Yeah, and they will tell her, oh, well, the judgment is finished and we decided that he will come back to life and this is what he's going to get. If she says, oh, okay, it's fine. If she says, no, I don't agree, he must go back because he must finish something that he must do. Or I know that he could improve, whatever. Let's just say that she doesn't agree, then okay, the person would return again. during those 3 days.
Okay,
But unfortunately nowadays if they decide that, well, you already don't have your lungs there, so unfortunately, well, it doesn't happen anymore, but it's her decision at the end. So let's say that at the end she says, okay, fine. They go to the angel of death, which is the one we see in the scary movies.
Yeah.
so they go to Divine Mother and after Angel of Death?
Uh-huh, and he's the one who's going to cut the silver cord. Okay.
Yes, okay, I'm a bit lost here. So, so they judge you, they tell Divine Mother, and if Divine Mother is not,
Yeah, but divine mother is your conscious.
yeah, okay.
That's-
Mhm.
Well, if your conscience is not okay with the judgment, you go to be judged again.
No, you come back from death. That's when people say, he died for some minutes and he came back, or.
Oh, it's like, no, he
Right.
shouldn't be dead, like, he still has a few
Yeah.
days to go, so.
But then, if it's 3 days, they come, what if they come to be alive after 10 minutes again?
Because somehow they decided that it's not their time and they
Okay.
send them back. Okay.
And the angel, okay.
So they decide that, okay, yeah, he should definitely die, then they tell the angel of death, and he has he has another more 24 hours, that will make it 72, so it'll be the 3 days before the 72 hours to go and cut the silver cord. And he's the only one who could cut the silver cord.
What would be cutting the silver?
We have a silver cord from here and it goes to our astral body. So when it's cut, that's when we're definitely dead
Like forever?
for this life.
For this body life.
Yeah,
Ah, okay, for
thank
this-
you, yeah, for this body.
Okay, I understand now.
Yeah. Okay.
When they say that you do the astral travel, some people actually see that silver cord
Mhm.
attaching the astral
Yeah.
body to the astral
Yeah, I use like that.
physical body.
So it always, Angel of Death always cuts the,
Yeah,
okay.
let's say that the person is on life 108.
Yeah.
Well, according to what he did in his life, they will decide if they give him more life. So let's say, well, he began to understand what's the purpose of life, he began to change. Okay, so they'll give him life 109,
So the progress you
110.
make in one life, you keep it for the next one, right?
Well, you can make a lot of progress in some lives and then screw in the other one. But it has a purpose.
Maybe you're at your life 110, because you're on your path.
But anyways, the point is that we must remember our lives before. Okay, so right now, maybe we don't remember, but we must remember them. So we can find what's our real purpose. Okay,
And how can we remember?
astral travel or doing yourself, I'll show you the practice at the end. They call regressions, but it's better to do it yourself, not going somewhere for somebody to do it.
There's hypnosis.
Yeah.
But there's all kind of really crazy stories with hypnosis. People start to talk another language.
I already got hypnotized, went really well, it was really cool. I forgot my name after.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they made me forget my name and I couldn't remember. And I was so scared I would forget that I remember I told myself it sounds a bit like that, like Malishka. And then after, like when they asked me, okay, what's your name? I was like, fuck, I don't remember, but I know it's something like Vanishka, but it's here and I cannot, it was scary, but it was cool. And now I remember my name, so.
That's good. Yeah, great. So if the person has no dharma for getting other lives, that's when they say that people go to hell.
Oh.
So then that's where the person will go.
If you have no dharma.
And then people know the soul will be there for many, many years, and then it could come back.
But is there a paradise or like you automatically go to
Oh,
another?
okay, yeah, thank you for asking. Yeah, there is a paradise, but it will depend on other things, that's what I'm gonna show you, like here in another.
It's like no pressure, like you know, you need to have a good karma because if you don't.
You have to do it like this. And create good for others.
They say it's really hard for rich people.
It's really hard for
Rich people,
why?
because they have to give what they have.
Because
Share.
you're more tempted to karma, to do wrong actions, I guess.
Is that like in the Bible, they say it's harder for a rich guy to go to paradise than for a camel to go through a needle. Never heard that?
Yeah. And what's the meaning of it?
It's like for somebody really rich, it's extremely hard to reach
Agree.
paradise because it's harder to be good. I think if you're rich, because you have to give what you have to be basically good, you have to give what you have.
Mhm.
Yeah, you get
Otherwise,
caught
you're
up.
never really good.
You
Yeah.
get up in power struggles and power.
To be really good, you have to share.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah. Well, purpose of being.
yeah.
So, we have our physical body, we have our mind, we have our spirit. Okay, so we don't know much about none of the three, okay? So with the physical body, we could do many things, as you can see like in Reiki, that you have healing, for example. So it's really amazing to see how we could heal ourselves and how we could heal others, okay? Or this Chinese thing where they put all needles around the body, how do they know exactly where to put it? So to know about the body, it's like, wow. The mind, it's like something that you cannot even see, so it's even worse, okay? So it has some big things here, and that's why they call the law of attraction, and whatever you're scared of is what you have to live, and that's what people call, so it's really interesting all about the mind. But we have all the ego inside the mind, okay? And inside that ego, it's love is trapped and wisdom. And we have our spirit. So this is light and love. So in order to go to that paradise that it's called, people must eliminate their ego. Okay? And so they can open what is real love and they could find the real wisdom. Okay, so wisdom is not in books. You know, you have each soul discovers it, and during their life, they'll find out what they have to know. So we must study our psychology. So when we study our psychology, we could find all the ego that we have. Okay, so we start studying during the day, everything that happens, well, not actually everything that happens, everything you think. So, because during the day, we have all of these thoughts, they come back and forth. So sometimes somebody will do something to us and we get upset, right? Because we love ourselves so much. But we don't understand, it's like when we get fired. And you think you're doing everything right, and once of a sudden they tell you you have 15 days, thank you very much, but you're fired. And people get upset immediately. They fired me after all I have done. They didn't appreciate me. So it's like all the ego, so you must study all of those thoughts, like, why are you thinking that? And start being realistic. I mean, what did I do? Well, you were always late, you were always chatting. Yeah, okay, I was always in WhatsApp and Facebook, but I stayed 1 hour more at work. But don't they see that? So it's like, no, but I didn't do what I had to do. So start thinking of all of those things. And then comes another thought, and it tells them, I hope that the next person they hire is really bad. So start.
Doesn't do it as well.
Yeah, it doesn't do it as well as I do. Or I hope they don't find no one. Oh, I'll see them calling me and begging me to come back. So we have all of these thoughts. So just be there analyzing each of those thoughts. Okay, why are they so negative? I mean, really, we will see that there is no love inside us. We're not, our ego doesn't let us be thankful for the money they gave us, for hiring us for that time. I mean, they don't have to keep us forever. Yeah. At the end, we don't understand that they're doing something good for us, because people stay there in a place and they don't want to leave. But once they're fired, they notice that, oh, if I had never been fired, I wouldn't have found this job. Or I would have never thought of having my own company, and look, it has a better outcome. So that's why we must work in so there's where wisdom comes from, studying our own psychology. Okay. So the more we study our psychology and work on it, well, we will have more love inside us, we will have more wisdom. So at the end, we will have less ego, less weight, more good things. So we will have more dharma for the next life. Okay. So little by little, you're getting closer to paradise.
Every life.
Yeah. So once we're doing this, our spirit or our light inside us is going to get even bigger. So that's why we see that there are more and more spiritual people. And it's because they keep studying themselves and they're taking out that wisdom, and we say, oh, is that he was born special? It's not that he was born special, it's that he did a job in other lives. And now that he's born again, he comes with more wisdom, he comes with more love. So we see them different, but they're not different. Only that the soul did a cross. And then with the physical body, we must learn how to use our sexual energy. So we have all kind of different energies. Okay, the energy that it's for the motor part of us, walking, doing exercise, and the intellectual energy. So reading, thinking, and we say, oh, is that really smart? Well, he has this part more activated, the other one is more active in a physical way. Okay, but we hardly think of our sexual energy, and that energy is creative. That's what they call it's very famous that word nowadays, kundalini. Okay, well, it's that sexual energy that is creating us. So if only one sperm creates a human being with all of these amazing things, imagine how much a person has when they ejaculate,
Like
1,000 of them.
millions of
Yeah.
thousands.
So they're throwing away all of that. Okay. So because we're only thinking about the physical body, but that energy, the body needs it. So that energy is healing and it's also creating. So people, if you learn how to use it, when a person wants to do a meditation, he could just sit and do it. It's because he has taken his energy and he's using it for his own mind, for his own spirit. So it's a little complicated, but we must learn of different things. Okay. So when the person learns to use his kundalini, he takes that energy and he starts regenerating his own body and his other bodies. So we have the vital body, and we have the astral body. Okay, there are 7. And we have those different bodies. So what this energy does is to strengthen the other bodies.
To what?
Strengthen.
Yeah.
Okay. So it strengthens the other bodies and it'll make it easier for a person to have an astral travel, to do meditation, to have superpowers. So that's why. Okay. So it's work that a person must do. So that's actually the purpose of the soul, is to do this process. But it's what they call about awakening. But each soul is gonna awaken in a different time. So sometimes we just want to pull people, and show them, and come on, there's something else. But everything has its time. Okay. So when it's time for that soul to awaken, he'll start working on all of this. Okay. And when it works in all of this, then it will eliminate only its ego, but just not from one of a sudden.
Yeah.
It's because it's going to start studying his own psychology. He's going to start remembering past lives and learning. So he begins to change his destiny. He begins to use his sexual energy better, start creating his other bodies, and he will have more spirit, more light, more love inside him. So when the soul does all of this work, it will go to paradise. If it doesn't do the work, then it will go to the other side, and then it will come back until it ever does it. But it's a job that it must do. So when we talk about Buddha and Krishna and Jesus and all of them, it's because they did a whole process. But they were human beings as anybody and unconscious at the beginning and did many bad things as anyone else. But all of a sudden it was the time of that soul to awaken and it started doing its process. So that's where we have a master, but it's because he did a whole job. So what dies? What's going to die is the physical body and the vital body. Okay, this is what they call the aura. That's what gives it. So these two, they will die. Okay. The ego, doesn't die. The ego stays with the person for those 108 lives. So that's why it's really important to work in it. Okay, so maybe you have seen that a kid is born in a really good family. They teach him how to behave, how to be really good. But let's say he's like 5 years old and he's already stealing things. And you're like, oh my God, he's so ignorant and he has such a great family, but where did he come from? It's because the ego is already starting inside him.
So basically you have to work during all your lives on your ego. So for example, if we work like three of us, if today we work on our ego, today and the days after, then when we die, like our next life, they will have like the progress that we made.
Yeah.
Okay, so nothing's
Yeah.
lost.
Yeah, it's not lost.
No, of course, it's all about just doing process to go better and
Matthew's
better.
next life will be pretty cool.
Maybe I'll just go to heaven.
Why not? Okay.
If I finish the work I have to do in this life.
Yeah.
But when you finish, like let's say it's your, I don't know, your 53rd
Be
life,
good with people.
but then like you've made that whole process. Do you go to paradise or do you go on your 50 and 4th life?
I try to
paradise.
Yeah, but
Okay, so as soon as you've done the
we were
work,
talking
you're
about
out.
the self.
so even if your second life, you've done the process, you go to paradise, like not 800 life.
Yeah.
Okay.
What?
Well, like basically, if you do the whole process like that, and it's your second life, you're not gonna do a third life. You're directly going to heaven.
You could go, you can like not do the 108 lives. I thought it was
It's like you have 108 life to prove that you can go to heaven.
Yeah.
I hope I'm on my 50th life or something.
Okay, so the ego will die at the end of all the lives that the person has.
But
And
then
that's,
you
and
said-
actually, that's
you
what
s-
goes to hell.
You said it could be more than 109. right?
Yeah.
But then it's maybe when they think that they should give you change because
They should,
because
but you
you're
still
on
have
your
work
path,
to do,
yeah.
right? But it's still not clear if you
Yeah.
go to heaven or hell, so you still have to like.
And they say, well, he's in process. Yeah, let's give him another one.
No, that's my last
Or
thing.
it's like, oh no, forget it. So, next. Okay. And what doesn't die? What doesn't die and will never die is the spirit. So the spirit will always be here, coming back and forth, or going back to paradise at some time after coming back again.
But when you go to hell or to paradise, like does your mind and spirit dies too? Or
No, the spirit will never die.
okay, so even if you go to paradise or hell,
Mhm.
but then your ego dies.
In that last life, it will go to hell and there it will be disintegrated.
Okay. Okay.
Do you guys have any questions? Not yet.
No, I'm wondering a little in our like Catholic religion, or to link a little because I really do believe all the religion go towards the same thing.
Yeah.
It's hard to see. So it seems from what we're hearing that the Catholics are talking much more about how important it is to be good to the other,
Mhm.
when this is more like a self research, It's more like from inside.
Well, is that being good comes from inside out,
Mm.
and unfortunately, they see it like being good is from the outside, only like from showing.
Mm.
That's why people never grow. Society becomes worse because it's always like from the outside.
And once you're in paradise, you're there eternally, or can you go back to the animal life?
Oh, it has a purpose of it, so it depends. It's like the Dalai Lama.
Yeah,
He will always be coming here, and he will go back to being.
yeah, because of a type of compassion, right? He's coming, even though he remembers his past lives, he just comes back to help others awaken.
Yeah, but let's say that it's a soul that just came 108 lives and didn't find his real purpose, then it'll go back here, be in an animal, vegetable, mineral kingdom, and then it will come out being clean as it came out from the beginning with no ego, and it will return again after being in hell for another 108 lives or more, and it's a.
But
tedious
once
process.
you're in paradise, can you go back, because once you're in paradise, can you come back down to this world, to earth?
Okay, so let's say that the person didn't eliminate all his ego, but he eliminated 45% of it.
Okay,
Okay, well, when he dies, he has like, let's say, a reward. So he goes to paradise for a while, but then he has to come back to finish his work.
so but if you get rid of 100%
You stay in paradise,
eternally,
like
right?
you've reached.
But then if
Back
you
home.
Yeah,
No,
you're
no,
back,
no, nothing.
you're back home.
Yeah.
But if you eliminate, for example, that 45% and then you go back to this world, does it mean that you, like your ego, you kept that progress, or then you come back to zero and then in your 108 lives you have to eliminate 100%?
No, you keep that process.
Okay. So maybe it means that like one of us like went to paradise and then we have, I don't know, like 75% ego to eliminate still.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Could be. You never know. Only if you remember your past lives, right?
Well,
So
we'll
how
see,
do-
we'll see in an hour if we can remember.
Like,
Have
well,
you met people that remember their past life?
I remember some past
Yeah, oh, yeah.
lives,
For example,
Yeah, and it,
can you tell us?
oh, no way. And not there, live in YouTube, hell.
Okay.
After we turn it off.
But I saw a documentary on child who were remembering past life.
Yeah.
And it was very funny, like, because there was that child who was saying, in Ireland, who was saying, yeah, like, my name is not, I don't know, this Bouchon, it's Wayman, and then my dad, he died in a car accident and stuff, and so they found back the place,
And it
the house,
all falls into place, right?
yeah, and everything was right, like, he remembered the name of the village, like, people would ask, okay, do you remember that family, how did the dad die, like, how did, and so that little kid died and then came back like in some sort of accident and came back to life and like he was just remembering. And it was just like there's no way this is not my family, I want to see my own
Yeah,
mama.
I've heard about that story.
Yeah.
It's impressive.
So how could we do this? You lie down and put your palms up.
This is how to remember past lives.
Yeah. So. From your head to a candle, there are 30 centimeters, but it's not that, it's gonna be a candle. Yeah, those thick ones that are like up to here. Okay, because you have to be back looking at the light. So it's not the small one, it's the other one that's like the.
Like that.
I like the thin and tall ones.
Oh, it's like, yeah, it's like this tall.
So if it's smaller, it doesn't.
Well, you have to put back your
So
head.
you
so
can
it's,
see
Or put it
Well,
at 25 centimeters.
Well, behind you, it has to be 30 centimeters.
Why?
And it has to be a big light.
But why
A big
30?
candle.
Why 30?
Well, that's how it's.
Supposed to be.
Yeah, that's the process. Okay. And be looking at the light. So at the beginning, yeah, it's annoying, it hurts. Maybe you could put something here so your head could go a little bit more back. Okay, and your eyes get tired because you're like looking that way. Okay. And then you just program yourself that you're going to remember your a past life. Okay, so you begin telling yourself when I count to 10, I'm going to remember a past life. Okay. So you begin. 1. My eyes are getting tired, and I'm going to. My eyes are getting tired. My body is feeling lighter. I'm feeling sleepy. I'm going to remember my past life. Then the same again. 2. My eyes are heavier, my body is lighter, I'm going to remember my past life until you get to 10. So when you're like in 7, the body should be asleep. Okay, maybe at the beginning we're scared, we're excited, so it could be that you get to 10 but you're still awake. But it's because you're mentally like anxious about it. So then try it again. And yeah.
I'm scared I won't understand.
And it's scary too, so yeah.
And she doesn't know Spanish, so she's afraid that she won't like understand. Well, she does know a little bit. I think you'll understand.
The next class.
Yeah. I'll see. I'll see.
If not, they'll translate you there after that. Like, okay.
Yeah, I'm sure you can understand enough to do the practice.
So it's good that I'm
Yeah.
understanding like now in English.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's how you do your own hypnosis.
You have to self-hypnose yourself.
Yeah,
basically.
that's the best way.
I have a book of self-hypnosis. I haven't read it, but there's one in my library of self-hypnosis.
We
Sorry, my ego.
He went in our library and he picked up all the books like that and he said, okay, those are all mine.
Not mine, but yeah.
Kind of.
No, but I want it in my room.
Well, it's a good place for
In my
that.
room.
And if you want to do it with astral travel, then you always have to have an objective. What are you doing it for? So,
I
okay,
mean,
this astral
every time
travel
you
is
do-
going to be, because I want to remember
Like an
my life
intention.
before or one of my lives. And that's it. And then just do the process that will skip me. Okay. Questions?
So you always have to have an intention with astral travel?
Yeah.
Of where do you wanna go?
Yeah, because it happened to me.
It cannot be just to get out of where of
Well,
yourself.
that's what-
The first intention, I think.
That's what happened to me, like, that's what I said, well, I just wanna know, like, if this is real or not. So I did the whole practice and, oh, great, it works, but I was already out, well, yeah, I could see my body but what am I gonna do now? So it was like, I could have done something more.
So it's like you
useful.
stopped in the process.
Yeah, well, like I proved that, okay, well, it is true,
And what did
astral
you
travel,
prove?
here's my body. Started walking around the house and didn't have like something else to do. And time goes fast, so then all of a sudden I woke up and I'm like, oh man, I'm back. So it's to have another objective.
You have, for
besides that.
example, to tell yourself, I wanna see my past life or my first life or. Huh? I'm scared that if it works and then you realize you were a bad person, you know?
Maybe you were,
It would make you want to be a better person,
maybe you were Hitler.
Oh, come on.
I've thought about it, because I thought about these things sometimes, like he who was Hitler, then his next life must have had a shitty life. Or probably just go to hell, maybe.
Yeah, that's the funny thing, that we always expect to see like we were someone nice and good, but when they show you like, really, I was like that.
And can you be, for example, like, since you can be a mineral in your past life, can you be like a boy if you were a girl and a girl if you're a boy?
Yeah.
Oh, so I could really be
And
Hitler.
there's also this concept of karmic relationships, which is relationships like people, for example, you met in past lives, and you both needed to like have a message for each other, and then you get together again in the next life for each other to work on that aspect because you haven't faced it together.
There's these love stories of people that meet.
So maybe you could be, yeah, exactly. So maybe you were in love with someone in your past life, and then you fall in love again with the same person.
With the same soul.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But how do you know?
And that's all with a different sex now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But how do
That's
do
cool.
you know that you're meeting somebody you met in your past life? It's just like inside.
Yeah, I was thinking that Gita maybe I met in my past life. I really think so that maybe we were like
Once you start working on yourself, you start recalling everything.
That's so
Yeah.
cool.
Well, any questions about the content?
No? Okay.
That was more.
Okay, good. So I need to turn this off.
Damn, Daniel.
So I'm gonna ask you again, what other life